Hello Gemini, my name is Jason. This is your general tarot reading for April 2019. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, questions at the forefront of your mind. Usually follows one story, but quite often they mix and match. You know in the first few minutes if this is resonating for you. If it is or if it isn't, please go ahead and check out my readings for your moon and rising signs. I find they so often resonate more strongly than the sun sign. But for now, Gemini, you go into this period with the World card. Okay, so the World card is a beautiful card. It's showing that you are protected. It's showing that you have just finished a cycle and there's just about something new just around the corner for you if it hasn't started already. And you can see this coming. You'll see that this is number 21 of the major arcana. After this card, we go back to 0, the Fool, and the Fool's journey begins again. So it's looking like you've just had a real learning about yourself and you're ready to start a new chapter of your life. And you can see it here. And if it's not a new chapter, it's like a new book. And you're really looking forward to this and you're feeling quite optimistic. And because it's the World card, it's saying, well, you're protected here. If you have a look at this dancer, she's in that wreath, that laurel, and she's surrounded, protected from those beasts from the outside. Okay, so and she's okay to be vulnerable with the nakedness, and so that's a great place to start. Okay, in your crossing position, so what might be crossing you? You have a decision to make. So this is the Two of Wands, and you're looking now for what is your next project, what is your next thing, whether it's a relationship or a job or some creative pursuit you have. What you're looking for is something which will address your passions but also have a practical fulfillment side to it. If you have a look down the bottom left hand corner of the card, you'll see the rose crossed with the lily. Roses crossed with the lilies. And so that's what you're doing. You're looking into that world in a pretty good position. You see this character is up high, overlooking the landscape, literally has the world in his hands and deciding what his next move will be. And so what a great position to be in. So it looks like you're ready for something new. And it's not like you're escaping anything. It's like this is going to move you forward somehow. It looks like you've got over whatever the past hurts or whatever things were holding you back, and you're really looking forward optimistically to whatever's going next. Okay, your conscious goal is you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving knight. He's a genuine knight, and he understands the benefits of the long-term planning. Okay, so perhaps there's someone in your environment, like an earth sign, and there's something about them, their stability, the security they seem to offer somehow. You know you can rely on this person. So perhaps you're just a bit over the hookups now, and you may have met someone and you've thought, well, okay, this person could be for me. Now, if you haven't been the hookup type, this is just a person who really has your interest or an energy which you've decided to follow, something which is going to have long-term dividends, okay? And you're prepared to put the work in. So the Knight of Pentacles does put the work in. He doesn't expect something for nothing, okay? In your unknown influence, you have the Ten of Swords, okay? So the Ten of Swords is a card of betrayal or feeling betrayed. Perhaps there were some really horrible words that someone has said to you, or perhaps there's been a sense of like being left or cheated on, something like that. And this is how you're feeling, but you're coming out of this now. And if you have a look in the back there, you'll see the sunrise coming. Okay, and I'm feeling you've seen this. Okay, but whatever this was, it's taught you a lesson. And that lesson has allowed you to move forward. So if there was no betrayal or this sense of hurt, this hard time, then you wouldn't have been in the position you are now. If this is for you, you'll know what I'm talking about. In your recent past, Nine of Swords. Again, okay, so in the recent past, you were losing a lot of sleep, worrying, could have, should have, would have, going round and round in your head. You see, look at if you have a look at this person's quilt, there are lots of different zodiac glyphs on that quilt over the top of this person. So perhaps you felt a bit weighed down, perhaps a sense of guilt about a whole bunch of people that have been in your life somehow, and you've been in a position of confusion, or perhaps even some, not self-loathing, but really not having the right kind of direction. There was something that just wasn't fulfilling you, and you've decided that you're going to chase something that is, and it looks like it's really started to pay off now, and that's what this Two of Wands is all about here. You're searching for a new direction. You've decided to take a new chapter, a new start, end this cycle and start something else. You realise that you want something a bit more secure and stable. And really, it's come about because of this sense of hurt and betrayal that you felt there, and it might even be sort of just betraying yourself. Okay, you're approaching influence. You have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands talks about communications. I'm thinking there'll be something coming toward you. You'll get a message from someone. It could just be a text or a phone call. It could be like an online thing, but someone perhaps you haven't seen for a while, or you've had an not on again, off again thing with, but someone who's always been around, and you'll be getting a message from them, and you'll be curious about what it is. So I'm feeling a sense of curiosity here. You'll be, oh, what's this about? And you're starting to entertain some thoughts that this could be this Knight of Pentacles person that you're interested in. There's someone who's going to offer you some kind of stability. And if it's not that, it could be like a job, or someone could be offering you some work. But I'm really feeling like this is someone offering you something which will last a bit longer than the casual fling, or the casual job, or the casual encounter. Okay. In your talents position, what are you bringing to the situation now? You have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of intuition. It's a card of secrets coming out, and it's a card of becoming more spiritually aware. So I'm feeling that you have recently realized something, that you're not alone. And if this is for you, Libra, and this is just starting out, you've just had some kind of epiphany, a new level of spirituality, or a new level of understanding that things happen for a reason, and you're starting to see signs of why did that person show up, and you're starting to see that the universe really is working in a holistic way, and energies are flowing this way and that, all for a reason. So it's a great feeling to have, this sense of awakening that you might be feeling. Okay, your environment. Okay, your environment, this is the way the world sees you, the way you see the world and your place in it. Okay, this is the Four of Cups. Now I'm seeing this card here. Could be one of boredom, but here I'm seeing that there's an opportunity waiting for you, but you're not reaching out for it. So how much closer do you want this universe to take this cup to you before you reach out and take it? Okay, I'm seeing 3 cups standing in front of this person, and there's 1 cup, perhaps this is the Ace of Cups, being handed to this person and they're not taking it. What are they waiting for? So what are you waiting for? You can see it there, but for some reason you're not grabbing it. So the universe is saying, here, take this, Gemini, this is for you, and you want to take it because you're feeling secure and you know you want this, but there's, for some reason, perhaps you're waiting for this communication to come in, whatever that's for. You're waiting for either this person or this job, or maybe tossing up, waiting for your options. So perhaps there's someone or something else you're waiting for as well, and it's a matter of timing. Or should I take this person or this job, or should I wait until something better comes, or until I get a message from someone? I'm waiting to hear back from this person I've had on the side for a while. So something like that. But either way, there's an opportunity there for you, and you're being asked to see it. Okay, your hopes and fears, Gemini. You want this bundle to lighten. Okay, so the Ten of Wands is about carrying too much, and you're just about ready to just drop it. So there's something which is just hanging around. Perhaps it's like you need to get rid of some assets, some dead wood which are just not serving you. So this could be clutter around the home. It could be too many people in your life. Could be too many people in your life, or it could be some big ticket things which are just dragging you down. So perhaps there's a house or a property which is just costing you more than it's worth, or a car that it's just time to get rid of this car, or a person who's just hanging around but they're not really contributing to your well-being. And this is saying that you want this to end, so you want to drop this bundle. If you don't want to drop it all, you just want to delegate and hand out. And the advice of the Ten of Wands is actually to delegate some responsibilities. And if there's someone in your environment who's not really putting in their fair share, or not working towards solving a problem and letting things stagnate, you might have to say something to them which will at least lighten your load, because now you've said your piece. And the outcome is a choice that you're going to have to make. Okay, this is a Two of Swords. So at the end of this period, whatever this is, remember before I talked about two people waiting, and you're waiting for this communication. Well, this person here has two swords across their chest, their arms across their chest, sorry, two swords covering them. There's a decision which they're trying to protect themselves at their heart, but they don't have all the information yet. Okay, there is some information that's it's being held from them somehow. When I'm seeing the moon up there, I'm seeing some kind of deception, and I'm seeing the blindfold on this woman. I'm also seeing that the water, the tide is coming in. So this decision needs to be made soon, because this person may lose one opportunity or both opportunities if they wait too long. Okay, so perhaps you've been waiting for this, and eventually you're going to have to make a decision before that tide comes in. It's not really urgent, but I think you know what this is, and it could be just a financial thing. You have to sell this place, or you have to say something to someone about this business deal, or yes, you might have to choose between two people or two lifestyles. Okay, so you know what I mean by that. Okay, so let's have a look, find out. We'll try and clarify some of this here. So you've got the World card. Don't need to clarify that. You're feeling pretty good about starting a new chapter. Okay, so it is Aries season, so you're feeling quite brave, and as though there's a new beginning around you. You've got this great energy of feeling in a good place. and you want to make your next move in life. Knight of Pentacles is your conscious goal, so you want someone steady. I'm just trying to find out someone, what cards are worth clarifying here that I'm feeling drawn to. What was this Ten of Swords about? Ten of Swords and the unknown influence. So something someone said, some sense of betrayal, some hurtful thing that happened to you, but it's allowed you to move on. And you haven't realized this. Maybe you're starting to realize that, well, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be in the position I am now, this great position I'm in now. Let's have a look. Why is the Ten of Swords here? How has this contributed somehow? Might this contribute for Gemini? And you have here the Four of Swords. Okay, so whatever this was, it's given you a time to contemplate. So the Four of Swords is a card of meditation and reflection and rest. So perhaps you're in a position now when you can sit back and just have a look at things, okay? And you're not in a great hurry just yet to make your next move. So you have like the luxury of time somehow. The pressure's off. That's what I got there. Now, the Nine of Swords, that's in the past. It's obviously some confusion you had, too many people in your life perhaps. And the Eight of Wands. Let's have a look. Why is the Eight of Wands here in the approaching influence? Why is the Eight of Wands here in the approaching influence for Gemini in April? And you have the Seven of Rods, the Seven of Wands. Okay, so you might be feeling a bit defensive about some behavior that you've had, or that a situation you've put yourself into, and you could be getting some communication, and you're going to feel as you need to defend yourself. What I'm seeing here is stand your ground here. So if someone is trying to make you feel guilty or persuade you of something through this communication, this is where you need to decide what you stand for and stand for it. Okay, so it could be more than one person. So I'm seeing several swords here, several wands here, and you are standing, but you have the high ground there. So there are you above these people, fending them off. So perhaps there's an organisation, maybe something legal you've got to try and sort through. If it's not that, then it's someone trying to perhaps make you feel guilty about something, and you are standing your ground. Perhaps you've put it out there to someone that they need to make a certain move. Not so much an ultimatum, but you've asked them to put in a certain way, and they might be just playing some games, and it's up to you to just stand your ground here and say, no, this is how it is. So there could be lots of backwards and forwards communication about this, but I'm feeling if you just stick to your guns, try not to compromise, you'll be okay. Now, the High Priestess is a card of spirituality, of intuition, of using your intuition to guide you in the real world. Okay, so that's what you have here. This is right now, you have this awareness. This card's just saying this is what you've got. You've got your intuition, use it. Okay, I'm not even being asked to clarify that. But this Four of Cups, what's this Four of Cups about in your environment? In your environment, you have the Four of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups here? Why is the Four of Cups here for Gemini? And you've got the Chariot. Okay, so this is the card of Cancer. Okay, so if there's a Cancer in your environment, this is the opportunity which is being presented to you. So it's looking like this is the choice you would make if it's that. If it's not that, then the Chariot represents willpower. The Chariot represents victory, moving forward, making things happen. So things are lining up for you now. Opportunities are coming to you that are going to allow you to make things happen. But it's really about having the willpower, sheer determination to get things, to do this, to drive it, to be the driver. Don't count or rely on other people to do things for you. This is where you take control, you take the opportunity, you make it work. Okay. I love the Chariot. The Chariot's a great card. I'm a Cancer, so I'm not objective there. But let's have a look at this Ten of Wands in your hopes and fears position. You want to drop some of this work. You just got some stuff that's hanging around. It's feeling like dead wood. See, seeing that those wands there, it's just like wood, which is just, it's too much. Okay, and let's have, well, this one's fallen out here. You have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is clarifying the Ten of Wands. Okay, so if this is your energy, then the Queen of Wands is quite a fiery but a go-getter. She's a real action person, okay? Action woman, a lot of feminine energy there. So if that's you, I'm feeling you can do this, but you can carry these 10 wands around with you for a long time, but it's not really serving you to do so, okay? I'm feeling that there's someone in your environment, perhaps another woman, a fire sign woman, and she can take this on for you. It's almost like she would be willing to take some of these problems off you somehow. So if this is like you're trying to sell a property, something like that, a car or something which is not working for you, I'm feeling this person may be coming along to make you an offer. So, and that's very promising, really. I'm really liking that. And that's going to really free you up. But then I suppose you've got this in your outcome position, the Two of Swords. Do you accept the offer? You're only going to have a certain window of opportunity to take this offer if the tide's coming in here. So I'm getting so many stories here. I can't go through them all, but it looks like you maybe made an offer for some asset you have, or something you're trying to unload, or someone trying to help take one of your responsibilities off you, and you'll need to decide whether it's the right move for you to take this offer. Because it's a Two of Swords, you're trying to protect yourself emotionally, yes, but it could be just protecting yourself financially. Let's have a look. Judgment. Okay, yes. Once you make this decision, there's no going back. This is the Judgment card. It's a card of karma, but it's a card of rebirth also. So you make this decision, you'll make the right decision, whichever way it goes. And the Judgment card talks about a chance to start things again, a chance to really move forward now. Look at this angel with the trumpet and the people down the bottom just rejoicing in this message that they've received, a new start. And it's also a card of once this happens, once this deal happens or this agreement or whatever it is, there's no going back. Okay, so you might think a little carefully about that, but it's looking like really good. I'm feeling good about that Judgment card. And because you've started with the World card, a new chapter coming, and you've ended with the card of rebirth. What a fantastic reading, Gemini. Really, hope that's made sense for you. Please let me know in the comments, and please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.